Hi there, it's Nicole Porter here. Welcome to the Wellness Insider, where you ask questions and I answer them. In this week's Wellness Insider, I'm going to address a really common problem and a really common question, which is, how do I stop overeating? Now, people have different reasons for overeating. They might be bored. They might not be paying attention while they eat, and then all of a sudden that whole bag of chips is gone. They might be emotional eaters. So maybe they are stressed out or sad or angry, and they're finding some level of comfort or de-stressing in that food. And for some people, that feeling of being stuffed, that discomfort of overeating, even though it's not a positive feeling, it's a familiar one that might feel comfortable. And we tend to do things to make decisions that are familiar and make us feel comfortable, even if they aren't the healthiest decisions. Whatever your reason, it's not a great feeling to overeat. And besides that, overeating puts stress on the digestive system, which means it puts stress on your entire body. And my goal is to help you reduce as much stress on your body as possible so that you increase the odds of reaching your health and wellness goals. So there are lots of reasons, there are lots of solutions, but in today's video, I want to talk about one specific trick because it is really simple and it really works. And it's called the Rate the Taste test. I learned this test in a mindfulness-based behavior change course when we were talking about the importance of mindful eating. And even though I'm recommending this Rate the Taste test as a way to stop overeating, you can also use this test to stop smoking, to drink less, even to curb those sugar cravings. So how does it work? Again, super simple. With every bite or sip that you take, you're going to rate that bite or sip on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, doesn't taste so great. 10 being, this tastes awesome. So if you think about when you come home from a long day at work, that first sip or bite that you have, that might even taste like an 11 out of 10. It tastes amazing. But then if you pay attention, with every bite or sip that you'll take, you'll notice that it goes from a 10 to a 9 to an 8 to a 7, and so on and so on and so on, to the point where you might even be eating until it tastes like a 0 out of 10. And I know I used to do that with ice cream. I couldn't even taste it anymore. So if that's you, then obviously you're not alone. But you need to decide, at which point do I stop? Do you really want to eat or drink something that only tastes like a 3 out of 10? Probably not. Do you only want to eat or drink something that only tastes like a 5 out of 10? Probably not. My recommendation is that you don't eat or drink anything that tastes like a 7 out of 10 or lower. So give this test a try. Start incorporating it as often as you can throughout your day. It's definitely one way to eat more mindfully, but it's also an awesome way to avoid the bloating and indigestion and lethargic feeling and brain fog and weight gain that is so often associated with overeating. It is also a great tip to incorporate at big holiday dinners in case you have one of those coming up soon. I will leave it there for this week's Wellness Insider. If you have questions about this video or have any other health-related questions, just click on the link somewhere around this video. Make sure you subscribe or follow us wherever you can, and I will see you in next week's Insider. Until then, be well.